is up, internets? This is Casey Turbos, and we are going to try a different kind of little video here tonight. Just a little bonus video. I'm going to try streaming something a little bit different. It's just a quick thing. I'm a huge WoW nerd, if you haven't told. There's a bunch of WoW toys in the back of my video. I usually do little animation videos and stuff, but I thought it would be kind of cool to kind of blend a couple of the things that I do. I've always, since 2004, been playing this game off and on, but they just came out with a new game mount for the in-game store. It's called the Mystic Runesaber mount, I believe, but I thought maybe what would be really cool is to look at the mount and kind of look through some of the animation and see if we can get any cool animation ideas or tips, or just check it out and see what someone else did, and we can look at their work and kind of break it down. So without further ado, let's hop in. Okay, and this might take a second because I'm not sure how long it'll take to load while I'm recording, so I apologize for that, but I hope you're all having a wonderful night and an awesome evening, and that you're enjoying the day and doing something creative, working towards something, and really just experiencing and living your life and having a great and wonderful time. And now that that is almost loaded, we should be able to take a look at this thing. If you guys aren't familiar with the game, it's been around since 2004, and it's really fun. So definitely check it out. And Horde or Alliance, you can pick the necessarily the good guys or the bad guys. Okay, so disregard that stuff. We're not going to pay attention to that right now. We're just going to try, and as soon as this loads up, grab ourselves the new little mount here. We're going to try that out. Then we're just going to open up the window here, and this is the mount here. As soon as it'll load here, and click mount on there. Okay, so now let's look into, we're just going to do Alt-Z to hide everything, and let's go somewhere. Now it's pretty cool, just from the back you can see that the back of the feet kick up. One of the cool things that I was looking at, well, let's just start off with trying to go somewhere real neutral that we can just look at the animation for this thing. This looks like a good spot. And let's turn off our little Molten Corgi pet, which was an awesome little pet that you got. So let's look at the idle animations here. So from the back of the tail, you can see it kind of got a little bit of a infinity loop curl. Swings out, then around, and does a nice little path of action there. That's really cool. It's got a little bit of up and down and a little bit of side to side, with a little bit of twist in the hips, and this is all just the idle. We'll look at the front here. There's flickering in the eyes. They got a cool fire look to them. There's a little bit of bob and weave side to side here. And okay, now let's look at, should just do the walk animation for it. Hold on, I need to put this on. Let's try to walk. It's been a while since I did walking here. Alright, well, let's just look at the run animation since then. And forgive me, this is the first time I've tried live streaming for YouTube these videos. So from the side view, we're just going to take a look at the run animation and see what we can see. Okay. Hopefully I'll get a pretty straight, clear path here. Now it's pretty cool. You can see the front feet are leading. They're a little bit offset. I wish there was a way to kind of run in place. That'd be kind of cool. I'll do auto run. And they're offset, so you'll see like the two front feet will go ba-boom, 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 ba-boom. There's a little bit of overlap in the paws as they hit as well. And then the cool thing is they kick up the back feet. If you see, as they hit the ground and they move, the back feet kind of kick up then. And let's take a look at that again. So as the front feet kick through, the back feet kick back. So they're going to hit the front feet. The front feet are going to hit the back will kick up, and then they'll go in a cyclical fashion after that. Overall, a very cool, aesthetically looking mount. I like that it looks like the art team did a beautiful job here. I got these glowing like runes that it seems on the front and on the back. I think there was one on the very back I saw here too. That's pretty cool. And let me figure. Let's try going here to back to Stormwind and see if we can do a little flying and check out how the flying works and see how the flapping works on that too. So bear with me one sec. We're going to do a loading screen, but that was some pretty cool animation that we got to see in the way that they sold the weight of the body. I would like to be able to get a little more of a clear stretch of land so that we could get in and out of there better. And we got to put that mount on the action bar. Okay, here's a good example of the idle animation here. It's got a little bit of back and forth. Oh, see, and that's pretty cool too with the idle animation, that it'll have a cycle of just a straight bounce up and down with a little bit of weight shifting back and forth. And then it's got a nice little look side to side, and then clicks back into the original cycle. So that's a pretty nice way to mix up the animation there. Let's see if they switched up anything on the back end when the head shifts forward or side to side. Doesn't look like it. Okay. So I'm just going here because in the other place that we were, you couldn't fly there. And I wanted to see what the flying animation would look like so we could kind of look through that. And I'll throw a link to, I think, there's a site called Wowhead that will be able to have the actual cycles playing without the game, and we could check those out a little bit later too. Actually, I might be able to pull that up on YouTube as well. We'll see. Again, this is kind of testing this. I haven't really done anything like this before, so I'll try this out. Okay, so we're just going to mount back up on the new Mystic Runesaber mount. Very cool. $25 from the Blizzard store. Okay, so let's see what. Let's look at the feet first and see what those did. First off, oh, and there's a little side-to-side look in there as well. That's pretty cool. I'm not moving it at all. This is all just whatever would be in the idle animation here. But you can see there's kind of a little bit of a cycle of the paws alternating and dipping down and swinging out, dipping down, swinging out, and then the back feet are doing that as well. There's a nice flap in the wings. You can see, we'll switch to a side view here. You can see it starts, and the cool thing about flying animation is that it's kind of like a reverse elbow here that makes a nice little, if you watch the pattern, it'll make a nice little circular motion there. And then the flap, you can see that you're looking at the overlapping action here. It starts here, goes out to the middle, and then out to the tip, and then back down. And then it does swing inward as well, so it's got a little bit of a arc there to it as well. And then with the idle animation, he does kind of the same thing that he did before, except in this, for instance, instead of just looking directly side to side, he kind of looks down and side to side. So that's a good way to add some character to this mount as well. Sorry for the background noise. Still getting all the audio stuff fixed out. Now, bear with me one second. I'm going to see if we can get him to do some walks so we can see if that, I forget which button the walk button is. I thought it was, there we go. Okay, so now let's take a look at this in a slower motion. Turn off the UI here, and let's look. Now this is pretty cool. You can see let's look at just this forward paw. It drags back and flips under, and then flips up and flops down. So see a nice little arc to it. It drags back and flops up. And then as it does it, the back foot, let's take a look at that. That's where it is planted. And you can see it's a nice pose here where you've got the front paw and the back paw of the left side are out, and the front and back of the right side are together, so that creates a nice pose there. And then so the back foot here, it's going to drag back, lift up, and flop down. And now let's watch just the movement between, because the other ones are going to mimic that, but let's watch the movement and how it varies from the left side versus the right side. So as that front left paw is pulling back, the right paw is going forward, and then opposite on the feet as well. And they do that nice thing that if you watch, especially horses when they move, they really do this, like the back paw will kick up the front. So you'll watch this back paw, this one over here, as it moves forward, it kicks the front paw to move to the next step. And that's a nice more realistic movement that they have in there. Now throughout this you'll see there's a definite bounce to the way that the hips move and the chest moves, and then you see that reflected also in the tail as it overlaps that as well, and there's a little bit of side-to-side motion in the head. So overall, it's a really cool looking mount, definitely cool. It's got some great animation to it, and maybe you can learn something or try some new stuff out when you do some animating, or if you're a fan of WoW, go pick yourself up a cool mount. Anyways, I was planning on doing this already, so I figured I'd throw it up on the channel and give us a chance to look at some other animation and kind of break it down. Okay, well I hope you are all having a wonderful night. Again, if you like this, definitely give it a thumbs up. If there's suggestions or things I could do different, or different stuff that we could look at, or if you have ideas for shots we could kind of break down or talk about or anything, definitely throw them in the comments below. I hope you all have a wonderful, awesome, amazing night, and I will see you tomorrow. Alright, love ya.